spirit of joy and enthusiasm. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this time, we'd like to present the approval for the minutes for our last meeting. Motion?
I make a motion we approve the minutes of this.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Next we have is our quarterly report. Jordan?
Good morning. So for fiscal year 2025, the city received $156,228 from the state. Today, if the applicants are recommended and then approved by council, the amount awarded will be $150,850. Any questions?
Okay. The items for discussion are the City of Hardyville Festival on Main.
Come on, you're outside of me. As well. Come here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hope everybody's doing well this morning. I'm Neil Parsons, Assistant City Manager. I get to come to you at least once a year anyways for the Festival of Maine to present this. Hey, we keep on raising that bar and setting the limits up for this Festival of Maine. Jennifer and her team, the Festival of Maine committee, do a great job of putting this thing together. I mean, more than 10,000 people last year. The event keeps on growing each and every year. And it's became a pride and joy that's all hands on deck for the city. Everybody's coming together. The city basically, puts on an event that it takes many other people, lots of organizational time and stuff to do so. And our manpower, all of our volunteerisms, everything of that sort. And with that being said, we in front of you got the report from last year where we presented. We asked for 60-some thousand last year, which represented about 47% of the overall budget. This year, the budget has increased. The total budget is $207,000. You say, why? Why is that increasing for? As we know, as the event grows, the expenses and stuff will grow as well. The cost and stuff for the rides itself has ballooned upwards again to the point that we're looking for other vendors and stuff. It's just really hard to find that vendor that provides that type of services. But that increase alone was a significant amount. But one of the things and stuff that happens is Jennifer and I always do after action report from last year's events. One of the things was safety, parking. That was a really big issue last year. So what we've seen is that we've tried to improve the safety and the parking this year. Additional barricades. We're actually running trolley services for the first time. So we're going to have parking at the rec center and Aurora Live Oaks for downtown parking with trolleys running back and forth all day long. And also having a trolley route to Latitude Margaritaville as well. We try to extend that out to Sun City. The HOA in Sun City did not want it this year, but they said come back to them again next year, whatever. So trying to make that as easy as possible for people in this area to get to this. But with that being said, each time that happens, it adds to the extra expenses and stuff that you see. So this year's budget has went up to $207,000. And Jennifer's sitting over there, she can join me and talk about it, whatever. But their team has done a great job. The theme and stuff is Tom Petty is the main band on Saturday night. It's a Tom Petty band. The Mad Hatter is the Alice in Wonderland is kind of the theme this year. I think it's what everybody's crazy here or something of that sort, whatever the tagline is. If you've not seen the visuals, they're posters and stuff are spread out throughout the city hall and many other places. We look for it to be a great event. We look for the weather and stuff to be nice and big turnout. So with that being said, what we came to you today is we're asking $79,000. But if you look at the proportional rate of that, we've actually dropped our rate of asking ATAX this year. It's down to like 38% of the total amount as opposed to what we did last year. So the city understands that, we're putting in the extra monies and stuff as needed. We go through the sponsorships and stuff to help cover the rest of the costs. But that's what we got in front of you. So, and we're happy to answer any questions. Again, we can pull Jennifer up here. She is the expert on the festival, but happy to answer anything you all have, so.
Any questions?
I don't have any. I mean, I'm familiar with the festival. I think you guys do a great job with it. But, you know, I know that parking was an issue last year, so I think having that, you know, those extra services will definitely help, and it's understandable from my point.
Yeah, I also talked to a few, I attended last year's event and I talked to several people there, which I recognize from Georgia. So we are going out in the Pooler, Rincon, people that live here that have friends in our neighboring cities, they are coming to the event as well. So that's a plus. We want to make sure we keep the advertising and going out to a little bigger circle to maybe reach the Richmond Hill area and who knows.
And we do. That advertising is out there, and I think if you look at the actual numbers and stuff, I mean, you had people coming all the way down to Brunswick area last year. I mean, north side, I mean, out toward Columbia or whatever that sort, north toward Charleston. So you have a lot of area this is pulling into, and it's great for the city. I mean, you know, we're doing a lot of great things here, getting more and more people here to enjoy that and see that what we're doing brings more people in. I mean, you know, the next time they'll want to stop if they're driving by as opposed to just keep on driving by.
Can I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, guys.
Next, our discussion item is the Jasper County 250 high tea and tails.
Good morning, everyone.
All right.
I am Kathy DeCoursey. I am with the Jasper County 250 Committee. For those not familiar with the Jasper County 250 Committee, it's an organized county committee consisting of community, civic volunteers, members of Jasper County government agencies, City of Hardyville, and the Town of Ridgeland representatives. The committee has been charged with the responsibility of planning and development of sites and events that will highlight the role that Jasper County played in the American Revolution and provide opportunities for education and tourism within the county. We have applied for a funding for our high tea. Last year was our first year for the high tea. We see pictures here. We hold it out at Old House Plantation site right there on the marsh. We put up a big tent. We are limited to 75 guests. Last year, I think we had 48 guests that participated. Last year, we had Miss Peggy Pickett, who just did the storytelling of Dorothy Sinkler Robertson. And then this year, we are highlighting the maroon communities, which as of 11:30 this afternoon or this morning, we will be unveiling 4 interpretive panels down at Millstone Landing. They represent the township of Perrysburg, the Battle of Perrysburg in the Revolutionary War, the battle during the Civil War, and the maroon communities. For those not familiar with the maroon communities, they are enslaved individuals that escaped their plantations and lived in the marshes and swamplands of the Savannah River. So right there on Abercorn Island, they made an establishment there. They were known to raid the local plantations. They did not really have a source to support themselves with meat. They did grow vegetables, but the meat and other supplies would come from raiding plantations in the lower Jasper County area. Also, we were highlighting a return of a Daughters of the American Revolution brooch. This brooch was uncovered at the Old House Plantation site during an archaeological dig performed in October of last year. We found it through metal detection. We were able to find a name and a DAR number on the back side. So Jim Clausen with the Sons of American Revolution took the ball and traced down the family. We actually have the great-grandson that lives here on Hilton Head. So we are going to return that brooch to the family at this tea party as well. Any questions?
My one question is, how many people from out of town are we gonna draw to this event?
We don't know how many people come from out of town. We post it on social media and through the South Carolina 250 Commission website, our website. So we can't get an exact number until we have the attendees.
Okay.
And I saw there's like a limited tickets.
Yes,
How many tickets are?
75,
So maximum 75.
yes.
No further questions? Can I have a motion?
I'd make a motion to approve. I think it's, connected to, the Purisburg site and Millstone Landing. I think it's gonna kind of tie into, some closer events in Hardyville. So, it's not a very big ask. Second annual, we'll see where it goes, but I would make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on our agenda is the Hardyville Half Marathon.
Good morning. My name's Larry Kimball, and I've been in this area for about 20 years. When I came here, I was the assistant athletic director when we first started athletics at USCB, and I was a track and cross-country coach until I retired in 2017. When I moved here and we started cross-country, we were looking for a cross-country course. And I ran into Mr. Charles Cooler approximately 20 years ago, and he said, you can use our land. And then then the school was built, so we used the school as well. So all that property, for 20 years, we've been running cross-country and track events. In 2021, we made a bid to host the United States Track and Field Half Marathon Championships. And we did that starting and finishing at the Hardyville School and doing it's a 3.8 mile loop that goes Red Dam Road to Brickyard Road to Medical Center. We do that 3 times for a half marathon. In that race, we had 4 of the 6 Olympic marathoners that ran in Paris in 2024. And by popular demand, they want us to bring back the half marathon. So we have a group of about 5 or 6 running enthusiasts who have put this on. And so, and it kind of ties in, as I told Cindy earlier, there are about 8 races that we put on in the Jasper County area, of which we had brings in about 1,800 runners from throughout the state, which also would probably think about 10,000 spectators, coaches, and officials. And in the half marathon that we're doing on October 9th, we're bringing runners from all over the country. We have, and internationally, we have European, Ethiopians, Kenyans, Bahrain, and runners from throughout the United States, including Flagstaff, Arizona, Salt Lake City, New England. Pretty much we're going to limit the field to 200 runners. But I think this kind of talks about the whole scheme of things. Hardyville has become a place where runners come to run fast. This course we have is a certified United States track and field course. It's the high point in the course is 3 feet above sea level. I mean, the low point of the course is 3 feet above sea level. The high point is 9 feet. We've had 2 American records held on this course, and it's considered by many to be the fastest course east of the Mississippi River. So what we have the full support of the mayor. We met with them yesterday, and the chief of police, fire and rescue, and they're all going to be present to be part of it. And we also have the support of the Hardyville School, Blake Raley, the principal. And so what we're looking for is to help pay for this. Our budget for this race is about $50,000. We have prize money, which we're not asking you to pay for. We have a sponsor, a mortgage company, who will be paying for that. And We're looking for about $10,000, which will pay for the police rescue, T-shirts for the participants, not only for the half marathon, but also for some of the other races we got going on, and also for the timing company. So that's kind of what we're looking for. Any questions?
How many times have you done this race now?
We've done races in Jasper Park. This will be the third time we've done the half marathon. When we did the national championship in '21, our budget was $125,000. And between myself and another guy, we lost a little bit of money. But that was, we're limited from what we could do because of United States Track and Field. They have their laws. So we couldn't go to, let's say, a Ford company when Toyota's a sponsor of United States Track and Field in the Olympic Committee. So we were limited as to where we could go for sponsors. So
So this will be the third year?
this will be a third year,
Cool.
a smaller scale.
Have you run races around other places before, or is this kind of your bag?
No, I'm from New England.
Okay.
So I ran a race in Stowe, Vermont, that we had about 1,000 participants. Did that for 20 years.
Cool. Awesome.
So I'm a track and field running junkie,
All right.
if you will, okay? And so I've been doing this a long time. So I started running when I was in 8th grade back in it was in the 60s. Put it that way.
Sure.
I think you said the race is 8 times a year. What are some of the dates for the?
Well, this will be, we've had a high school race, which we ran in mid-September. We have the Sand Shark coming up this weekend. We have 20 colleges coming in, and that's gonna be at Jasper Park and Michael Hubbard's property. In addition to that, we're gonna have a little 5K for people in the area to run. We are also gonna have on that property, the Lower State 4A meet on the 29th of October. I'm gonna be putting on the Lower State 1A, which includes Hardyville High School, and that's gonna be on the 30th. They asked me to put on the Sun Conference Championships cross-country meet on the 8th of November, which includes schools from Georgia and Florida colleges, and that's gonna be on the property out there. And then that's all gonna culminate with a half marathon on the 9th.
9th of October.
November, excuse me, yeah.
Any further questions?
No questions. I make a motion to approve. I think the race is a healthy, awesome thing to have in town.
Yeah, absolutely. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Our next item is the Friends of Honey Hill Marketing and Tourism Plan. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for the privilege and opportunity to appear before your commission. I am Milton Woods. I'm with the Friends of Honey Hill, the battlefield located in the city limits of Richmond, just off of 95. And it's a privilege to be here. And the Friends of Honey Hill has worked since 2018 to bring this dormant site up to tourism standards. It's been slow, it's been tedious, because we have to go through so many loops with the South Carolina Battlefield Preservation Trust, and it's on the National Historic Register. And just back in July of last year, we were designated by the American Battlefield Reconstruction Era Site as one of the battlefields designated for reconstruction recognition. We in the company of battlefields such as Chickamauga and Gettysburg by having that designation. We get publicity through their media, and it's just a real opportunity to be a part of the Friends and have the privilege to work to bring this historical site to life in our community, Jasper County, Hardeeville, Richland, and the Beaufort area. It is one of 3 battlefields outside of the Charleston area, Civil War battlefields, that is in South Carolina. We are the only one that's located immediately off of the interstate system in the state. So we just believe that the opportunity for Ridgeland and Hardeeville, because you have the motels, the restaurants, and as we get this and bring this battlefield site open to the public, that we should be generating somewhere around 150,000 visitors a year. They need a place to stay, they need a place to eat. So you are part of the growth of this battlefield and the service in the community. Just give you some idea of some of the projects that we are working on now through Wood Partners, which is one of the oldest engineering firms in the Low Country. We're working on the stormwater runoff, which is a major issue. We're working on the wetlands delineation, tree surveys, the soil samples, and all of these things are coming to a conclusion. They've been working since February on these issues. And it looks like we're going to soon start getting our permits for each of these. We have people standing in line wanting to put in the water and sewer system, and also the power system that we need to bring to the site. Some of the people that's been involved and that we've had to tour the battlefield site are the cadets of West Point with an annual tour with Dr. Steve Wise, a professional tour, and him and Rich Thomas are our 2 professional tour guides, and they're both certified. Also, we've had people from the Fort Sumter Post in Charleston, the Fusky Historical Foundation, the Braves Island Landowners Group, among many others. American Cruise Line has made a tour there this year, and they plan to make that an annual visit for their tour programs as they continue to travel the coast of South Carolina and on up throughout the East Coast. We have a film now that has been produced, and it will soon be put on for people to view. So it's really an exciting project. And it's not just a project, it's a revenue generating project that will bring many tax dollars to our communities. And collectively, we need to make it better and better and better each year. And the opportunities are there. And as Kathy has shared with you, the 250, Thomas Haywood Jr., the Purisburg site, all of this comes together for our marketing, the history of our community. So I would encourage you to support our request, and we just look forward to moving this thing forward for everyone. We're requesting this money will go to providing the underground electrical power into this site for the project. Any questions that you might have that I can answer for you, or?
Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I think, you said it's in Ridgeland, so other counties are contributing to this project as well, or it's just Hardyville so far?
No, Ridgeland is contributing, Jasper County is contributing, and we getting great support from Beaufort County. And especially the city of Beaufort and the Bluffton, Hilton Head area with involvement from all three of those communities because of the historical opportunity it offers to the Low Country.
Just looking at the numbers, 77 is your cost, 59 is the ask. That's like 75% is
Yes,
what the ask is.
yes.
I just feel that's a little high. I think we're still in the early stage.
Is that the cost of just the underground electric? That's not any other utilities? Is that correct?
Just the power. Now, that does include running from the transformer. It has to come across the highway 336 and going to the kiosk, the pavilion, and we will eventually have a museum there. So it's the service yard that we're putting in. So this is running power to those entities as well.
Is there another number, do you have the total project cost for all infrastructure? Do you know that off the top of your head?
We're not there yet because we don't have all the permitting approved yet.
Gotcha.
And some of the things that we are not aware of pop up and, they are additional costs.
What I'm getting to is I think this is an ask for just one portion of the total cost, and that's why it looks inflated.
For
But I
instance,
understand where you're going.
at the creek, it's got a pipe under the stagecoach road. The old stagecoach road bed is still in place that runs through the edge of the earthworks. And we're putting in a corduroy bridge there. So, and have to put in some bulkhead because of erosion. So that cost we haven't been able to determine exactly. They're still working on the water flow that's coming through there. And so we don't know the cost factor on
What
things
about
like
the
that.
time-wise? Do you have a projected time, like the first traveler will be there in 5 years or 3 years?
Well, we want to, hopefully we will have it open and we will have a tour on November the 30th of this year. That's on a Sunday afternoon, and that will be our first open tour to the public. We're doing tours out there now. And as I mentioned, some of the people with the tours that we're doing. And, we will do tours, private tours, if anyone wants them. All you have to do is contact me or our Friends of Honey Hill website, and we will set up a tour for you, a lecture tour. And as I mentioned, Dr. Steve Wise, he's curator of the Paris Island Museum and author of some historical books. And Rich Thomas, which is world travel of the battlefields throughout the world. And also the founder of Legacy Tours on Hilton Head. And he does professional tours out there. And he's also president of our group.
I just see it like the return on your investment, you're investing this much. When will we see the return, even a portion of it? 3 years, 5 years from now?
Yeah, I just don't even care about the money, to be honest. I just don't think this is something we need to support for 75% of it. It's far away from us. They've got plenty of other people apparently supporting them in Hilton Head, Bluffton, Beaufort. I don't understand why we need to be involved with it. They've got already so much support for so many other places already.
They have to have the support in order to get it done. And why would we not want something in our backyard to be supported by us? Why would we want Beaufort County, Bluffton, and Beaufort supporting something that Hardyville's not willing to support for Jasper County?
What's the, I don't know why we have to do it if he's got so much support
We
already.
don't have to. So here's my, I don't wanna beat a dead horse. I've put plenty of information out there, and I've said this plenty of times. I've seen the property, I've grown up in Jasper County. I do think that it ties in with what's going on at Millstone. It ties into a bigger system of these types of parks. I think it sounds like a lot of money. Maybe we can talk about the amount, but it is initial infrastructure cost, right? I don't think that this is gonna be a yearly ask.
So putting the money aside, we're building a space as part of a bigger system, right? That's what you're saying? Being part of a bigger infrastructure.
Being part of
part
the park system and just, yeah. So
Yeah.
we're helping to grow that system, which also ties into, again, Millstone Landing, Drury'sburg, other systems that are close and around
Okay.
that just support the larger low country area. So let me ask this, and this is an internal question. Jordan, do we have any other asks coming up this year, like normal requests that would come up within this budget? Year.
So I know in January, we normally get the pickleball tournament. I
remember
know
how
that's a
much?
yearly ask.
Last year that was, yes, it's on here, 13K.
Okay.
13,000, yep.
Okay.
I know that's the yearly ask, typically they come in. And then we have the Parks and Rec for Festival of Maine typically come in for marketing. And then our, regular for Jasper County, Chamber of Commerce.
Well, we've already paid that this year, right?
Yes, for
Fiscal year.
fiscal year 25.
So the only other thing fiscal year is I'm sorry, the one you just said.
Pickleball.
The pickleball.
Yes, sir.
That's the only other thing we expect fiscal year. So just to refresh everybody's memory, when they first came to us, what I asked, and I can tell you guys, I think you'll see I support this, and I'll just tell you why. At the time, we asked them to go back to Ridgeland and Jasper County. We weren't gonna approve anything until they went back to them and got support from them. They did that. They've kind of done everything that we've asked. I do see where it is a big ask, but I do also see it as an infrastructure and a very, one-time request. Again, another point that was brought up, by Rick at the time was, we can use this money elsewhere within Hardyville. We can't unless the requests come in. If the requests don't come, we lose the money, right? So, the money's being requested, they've come before us multiple times. They've done everything that we've asked them to do. Again, our recommendation is a recommendation. The council then has to approve or deny. So, that's my thought process. I don't wanna lose the money. I do think that it will be worthwhile. If you come back to us next year and ask for the same amount of money, I don't think we would, I don't think I would be comfortable with that without seeing some results or knowing what it's for. But anyway, I've made my case.
I just have no desire to support the project.
I understand, and that's fine. So,
I don't think the town should either. I'm not gonna make my recommendation.
Do I have a recommendation?
I recommend to approve.
Second. Motion dies. Motion dies. No second.
For no amount.
No, sir.
Thank y'all for the opportunity
Thank you.
of, unfortunately, I'm sorry that y'all don't see the connection between the two locations. You will benefit, whether you contribute or not. Hardyville will be a recipient of the success of the Honey Hill Battlefield. So we come back to see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, before I call for the adjournment, I have a letter I'd like to read. It's with much sadness that I have to tender my resignation as a member of the Hardyville Tax Committee. I'm gonna be leaving the employment of the Holiday Inn Express and taking a new position in Georgia. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time on this committee and feel that I've helped lead this committee in a positive way that has been productive for the city of Hardyville. I'm confident in the people who are currently serving on this committee and feel they will continue to have the best interests of the city at heart. So at this time, this will be my last meeting, so can I call for adjournment?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.